Marlon Wayans, acting tape, take one. Hi, Mom.
Back it up, son. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. Back it up. I'm scared of you. Little Chivalry is dead.
Ooh, can I keep the change? Hell no, fool. That's a $10 food stamp. Better bring back my change.
My mother's death shattered me into a million pieces. I was rescuing myself with my comedy. The expression became different. Expression became therapeutic. I'm bleeding inside, but I'm literally pulling myself from depression. And I got people cracking up right for 57 minutes. And then it hit me. One stage, out there, pod broke down. I cried because the reality of my parents being gone hit me.
If I thought my mother was fighting death because she just wanted to see her baby one last time. My mama told me, you learn to laugh in your worst moments, and you gonna smile the rest of your days. Losing my mother was my worst moment.
If you could hear a message from your mom, what would you want that message to be?
Big boy, you did good. You did right by our family. You made sure the grandkids and the great-grandkids and everybody was good. You took care of your brothers and your sisters. I always knew you would.
From Jim Carrey to Jamie Foxx, In Living Color was like a launchpad for future stars. But let's give credit where credit is due. The show would have never been what it was without the Wayans siblings. Keenan Ivory, Damon, Kim, Marlon, and Shawn Wayans brought their unique brand of comedy and gave us all the laughs.
We got car stereos. We got car alarms. And if you act now, we could probably get the car.
There was a time when you couldn't turn on the TV without seeing a Wayans brother cracking you up. But these days, they're a little harder to find. So what happened to the Wayans family after In Living Color wrapped up? From bold career choices and risky projects to jaw-dropping opinions and brand new passions, here's everything the Wayans brothers have been up to since their iconic show ended.
You know, I always do what Dick says. I think you're supposed to.
It's wild to think now, but back in the day, In Living Color was an overnight sensation. When the show premiered on Fox on April 15, 1990, it was like lightning in a bottle. Over 22 million people tuned in for that very first episode. And the awards came rolling in fast, with the show scooping up an Emmy for Outstanding Variety, Music, or Comedy Series in its debut season. But the magic of In Living Color wasn't just about launching megastars in Hollywood and music. It was a game changer for Black comedians and creators. Remember, this was the 90s, a time when most comedy shows were as white as the studio lights, and Black creatives were rarely given a seat at the table. In Living Color flipped the script, proving that there was a massive appetite for comedy that wasn't afraid to be bold, diverse, and definitely not your average family-friendly fare.
What? You mean there ain't gonna be no women on here talking about their panties possessed by the devil?
The show was created and written by Keenan Ivory Wayans, and he also starred in it. Now get this, the Wayans family isn't just a small crew. They're a whole clan of 10 kids with a zillion other extended family members.
We're not even a family. Yeah, it's 10. It's not even a family no more. We're considered a population. Wow. The Chinese are getting really scared. They're like, too many. I just want my sisters to stop reproducing. It's like, look, you guys.
It's getting even bigger.
Because you're not working, and we got to take care of it. I'm tired. At this point, I got 45 nephews and nieces.
Whoa.
Wow. You see, I'm too young for this. Y'all making me feel old. Like, we got so many kids in my family, my father got stretch marks.
Growing up, they didn't have much to their name.
But how was it, because growing up, you were not an affluent family. It wasn't a well-off family. So you had a fairly poor upbringing, didn't you?
Is that English for broken? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very proper way to go. Y'all are broken.
Yeah.
Their parents, Howell and Elvira Wayans, weren't Hollywood insiders. Howell managed a supermarket and Elvira worked as a social worker, so Keenan and his siblings were raised in the projects, often struggling to put food on the table.
Well, I'm so happy I grew up poor. I'm a survivor. I could make a meal out of anything, like MacGyver. You got what you got? You got flour and water? You got some lard? We make some moolah mush right there. Some moolah mush. We take flour, water, mix it together. Boom. What you got? Pancakes without the
syrup sandwiches. Syrup sandwiches for everybody.
What you know about mayonnaise sandwiches? Who need meat?
We used to have to do homework on syrup sandwiches.
You did home? What do you mean?
Meaning you didn't have no no food stimulating your brain.
I wonder why you get a 65 in every class.
You wonder why you stop halfway through. That syrup hit your brain. You're like, yo, I can't do this no more. We didn't have enough meat to put nobody in a headlock.
No protein.
Not one that keep them in there.
We ate like birds.
Despite their tough circumstances, the Wayans kids never saw themselves as poor. Instead, they used their humor and creativity to stay sane.
Jokes was what we do. We used to look at life and go, instead of crying about like the things in our life, we always said, what's funny about it? Yeah. What's funny about poverty? What's funny about, funerals? We go to, because, projects, a lot of people die. So we go to funerals and be like, what's funny about this funeral? And it's just the way our sick mind works. Like, I'm serious. Like, I went to my cousin's funeral and my auntie dressed him in some jeans and some Air Force Ones in the casket. And so he's sitting in the casket like this, and me and my brothers is like, if there's a guest list in heaven, said he ain't getting in.
Out of the 10 Wayans kids, 5 ended up in the entertainment industry. Keenan Ivory, Damon, Marlon, Shawn, and their sister Kim. Needless to say, they were a handful and always had jokes flying around.
Yo, was it like this in y'all childhood? Like just everybody running around the house just telling jokes?
All day long.
Kind of.
Just like this, except we didn't have electricity.
And while other famous families might need to hop on the latest blockbuster TV series to keep the lights on, the Wayans clan has always done things their own way. They've never been about following Hollywood's rules. They make their own. Instead of jumping into a new film franchise or series, the 4 brothers, Keenan, Damon, Shawn, and Marlon, hit the road for a joint comedy tour, appropriately called the Wayans Brothers Tour. They brought their unique brand of humor to theaters and casinos all over the U.S. The tour was such a hit that they hit the road again the following year with another Wayans comedy show, this time featuring Shawn, Marlon, and their nephew, Damon Wayans Jr. After In Living Color, the Wayans brothers found themselves in the midst of serious drama. Keenan and Damon clashed over control, with Damon feeling overshadowed, leading to a temporary split. This tension only deepened when Keenan left the show, feeling betrayed by Fox for diluting its edgy content. Meanwhile, Marlon and Shawn struggled to step out of their older brother's shadows while working on the Wayans brothers, almost quitting due to disputes over creative control and pay. Damon's strong personality created clashes in Hollywood, eventually pushing him to focus on projects like My Wife and Kids, where he could have more control. As Scary Movie became a massive hit, it sparked tension between Keenan and Marlon, with Keenan feeling sidelined as Marlon took more creative control. The drama continued with White Chicks, where studio skepticism and a rumored fallout between Marlon and Shawn over the script added fuel to the fire. Despite the public image of unity, whispers of internal strife, money disputes, and a divide between staying true to their roots versus going mainstream created a complex and turbulent family dynamic. Also, after In Living Color came to an end, the Wayans family made a major leap from TV to film, dominating 2 distinctive genres: parody movies and broad gimmicky comedies. Keenan Ivory Wayans, the trailblazer of the family, seemed to vanish from the Hollywood scene after the early 2000s. The official story is that he wanted to focus on his personal life and step away from the limelight, but the rumor mill tells a different story. Some believe Keenan was blacklisted in Hollywood for being too outspoken and not playing by the industry's rules. Others think he became disillusioned with his brother's direction and the Wayans brand and decided to bow out rather than compromise his artistic vision. His journey into showbiz started with a meeting with Robert Townsend, which led to his breakthrough film, Hollywood Shuffle, in 1987.
Welcome to Winky Dinky Dog, Mr. Batty. May we take your order, please?
This success helped him secure funding for his comedy gem, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, released in 1988.
Hold it right there. Ain't nobody laying a finger on my baby. Mom!
His growing fame caught the eye of the then new Fox network, which invited him to create his own show, and thus, In Living Color was born. The groundbreaking sketch show that ran from 1990 to 1994 and opened doors for the Wayans family in the entertainment world. According to Cheat Sheet, Keenan Ivory Wayans' comedy empire has ranked in over $1 billion at the box office and amassed a family fortune of more than $300 million. Even at 66, Keenan's net worth stands impressively at $65 million, as reported by Celebrity Net Worth. Before In Living Color took off, Damon was already a seasoned stand-up comic and had made a name for himself on Saturday Night Live.
I guarantee you there's still some brothers lost in space. You know, it's like, you think Massa ever gonna come get us?
Once In Living Color launched, Damon quickly became the show's breakout star with memorable characters like Homie D. Clown in Homie Don't Play That and Anton Jackson in Two Snaps Up. But by 1992, he decided to leave the show to go into movies, a move that turned out to be spot on. Damon's film career took off with hits like The Last Boy Scout, 1991.
To Alex, the accountant. Your accountant's name is Alex? No. Alex was my son.
And Major Payne, 1995.
But let me tell you something, D.
Yeah, brother?
Why don't you come closer?
I am not your damn brother!
He didn't stop there. His TV career flourished with standout roles on the family sitcom My Wife and Kids.
Jay, you're missing one of the biggest points about going to work.
And what is that?
People have jobs to get away from their children.
And the Lethal Weapon TV series.
All right, my child. First day back, baby.
In 2018, he even shared the screen with his son, Damon Wayans Jr., on an episode of Happy Together. Now at 63, Damon Wayans has built a net worth of $35 million, proving that his career choices were spot on.
Yo, you're too slow.
Shawn first hit the scene on In Living Color as SW1, the show's DJ, but he didn't stay in the background for long. He quickly moved up to writer and cast member, and then teamed up with his brother Marlon to become a powerhouse of comedy. Together, they wrote, produced, and starred in a number of hit films, but one of their biggest successes was The Wayans Brothers, which aired from 1995 to 1999. This show was a fan favorite, featuring Shawn and Marlon as two Harlem brothers navigating life's ups and downs. The unforgettable episodes saw them crashing the Jerry Springer Show.
Why would she know where Shawn was?
Because he was at my apartment.
What? You told me that you had a meeting with a distributor.
It looks like she was distributing to your brother.
And hanging with stars like Pam Grier and Keith Sweat. Shawn, along with Marlon, created hits like all-time favorite White Chicks, where they hilariously went undercover as rich, spoiled women.
Nah, yo, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. Hey, yo, what's up? Y'all got a problem? Y'all want some of this? You want some of this?
And Little Man.
How do you do it? Hey, what the hell is going on?
Featuring Marlon as a short villain posing as a baby. Both films scored big at the box office, ranking in $70 million and $58 million respectively. But by the time Dance Flick hit theaters in 2009, audiences had moved on, and it only made a modest $25 million.
Me and my brother Shawn created our own careers. Hollywood didn't make us. We made us. We created Scary Movie. We created Don't Be a Menace. We created White Chicks. We created Little Man. Me and my brothers, Wayans brothers, we created at 19 and 20 years old.
Shawn also carved out his path with roles in shows like MacGyver and New Blood. IMDb said his last big role was in the 2016 comedy series Animals. Nowadays, at 53, Shawn is a proud dad of two daughters, Ilya and Layla Wayans. With a net worth of $30 million, he keeps his fans updated on his journey through social media, where he shares everything from family moments to his DJ gigs. Don't let his baby of the family status fool you, though. Marlon's charisma is bigger than life, making sure he never, ever fades into the background. He's the loudest and funniest of the Wayans clan, always ensuring he's the center of attention. At just 16, Marlon made his screen debut as a random passerby in his brother Keenan's 1988 flick, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. It might have seemed like a small role, but honey, it was just the appetizer before a full-course comedy feast. The 90s were all about Marlon, snatching scenes in movies like Above the Rim.
Wait. Check this. Boom.
That's without baby oil. So you know.
Senseless.
He got involved with that whole East Coast, West Coast thing, and being that he is from Chicago, they both bang.
And the hilariously iconic Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Mr. Lope Dog?
That's me.
Oh, you're next.
Mr. Lock Dog?
What's up, baby?
Yeah, right.
Then came his time to shine on In Living Color. When the elder Wayans siblings moved on, Marlon and his brother Shawn stepped up as the fresh faces of the show. Fast forward to the 2010s, and Marlon was still on fire. He kept us laughing with comedy specials like 50 Shades of Black.
I bet you could probably spit a whole lot of game to me, my nigga. Let's take a picture. Let me get a picture, me and you. Look at this selfie. Me and my, no, baby, just me and her.
And Netflix gems like Naked and Sextuplets.
Maybe one of them changed their name to Idris Elba. You know, we do have strikingly similar bone structures.
And if that wasn't enough, he tried his hand at writing for award shows and even cartoons, including the hilariously offbeat The Boo Crew, formerly Thugaboo. Yeah, the name needed a glow-up. But Marlon isn't just about laughs and loudness. He's got a big heart, too. He's become a vocal advocate against gun violence and is a fierce supporter of the LGBTQIA+ community. His oldest child's transition journey has been a particularly personal cause, showing that Marlon is all about love and acceptance.
Skittles or Rainbow Child is about my daughter. I have a daughter that transitioned into a son. My daughter Amai is now Kai.
Truthful.
And so
Okay.
And so I talk about the transition, not her their transition, but my transition as a parent going from ignorance and denial to complete unconditional love and acceptance.
With 2 kids of his own, 24-year-old Kai and 22-year-old Shawn Howell, named after his brother and father, Marlon's got a lot to be proud of. Even though he's now 52 and has stacked up a cool $40 million, Marlon's still out there hustling. He's recently graced our screens in the Peacock series Bel-Air and movies like Air 2023. Yet, Marlon's life hasn't been all glitter and glam.
I've been through it. I've been at rock bottom. I've been in darkness. I've been in dark times. People don't know what I've been feeling. They don't know the pain that I've been going through and what's happening in my life, because I always find my smiles. But when you lose 57 people that you love.
57?
57.
Damn.
Wow. 57. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, people you knew. Like, I'm talking about people I love, like John Witherspoon, my mom, my dad. And I take the grief and I go, okay, God got me here for a reason.
His mother, Elvira Althea, passed away in July 2020, and his father, Howell Stoughton, died in April 2023 at 86. Marlon was particularly hit hard by his mother's death, revealing in a candid interview,
No, I said that I didn't get married while my mother was alive because I always wanted my mother to be my #1 girl.
Okay.
I knew my mama would cause havoc. I'm a mama's baby.
Okay.
And so I don't want my wife beefing with my mother like that. No, that I know my son. I don't want that. And so I know my mother was on borrowed time. So let me love my mama. That's just one reason. Other reason was, nigga, I'm in Hollywood. I got all his money, all his dick. I can't be faithful.
Marlon used his comedy as a healing tool.
Yeah, I think it's important to laugh, especially if you lost your parents. You know, you understand the need to laugh and laugh your way through it. And it's funny when you talk to somebody else that's in the gang and they lost their parents, you understand each other. You know, it's like a whole different kind of hug and respect.
His special Good Grief shows how he's been able to find laughter in the darkest times, using humor to navigate even the roughest patches.
And it's how I got through the journey, because with laughter, that there is good grief. You have to find the blessing in all that is bad in your life. There's always a blessing. When there is darkness, you are there to find some light. And that's all you need, a little bit of light. And for me, laughter got me through, and I hope it gets a lot of people through. You know, people losing people left and right nowadays. And I just tell people, stay positive, find the funny, and keep on celebrating life. When people go, you have to fill. My parents left, and now I fill those divots, huge divots they left in my life. I fill them with more family. My brothers and my sisters always at my house hanging out. We have barbecues. We celebrate people's birthdays. We having big Christmases. We gonna celebrate the way my parents taught us how. And now that they're gone, we honor them with that.
And just when you think Marlon's ready to slow down, he steps into the ring on some of Hollywood's hottest debates. Remember when Cat Williams threw shade at black male comedians wearing dresses? He called out roles like Tyler Perry's Medea and Big Mama's House, saying they demeaned black men. Well, Marlon clapped back with a different take.
I'm tired of the rhetoric of, oh, you sell out in Hollywood because you wore a dress. I wore a dress. It's called White Chicks. You know what we did? We did a classic. Only black people sit there and go, man, our brothers wearing dresses. Oh, so white people, when they wear dresses, when Robin Williams wears a dress in Mrs. Doubtfire, he's brilliant. When Tom Hanks wears a dress in Bosom Buddies, he's brilliant. Right? When Dustin Hoffman wears a dress in Tootsie, he wins an Oscar. Black people, as soon as we put on a dress, we start tearing each other down.
Marlon's stance, it's about the artistry, not the outfit. You tell him, Marlon.
We all, in stand-up, I look at everybody as a fraternity. I don't care what other people's point of view of this art is. My thing is, we're a fraternity. We're a brotherhood. I'm not going to foster negativity. I'm not going to promote negativity. If I feel a way about somebody, I'm going to talk to that person. I'm not going to air my dirty laundry out like that. I feel this is a gentleman's game, and I would like to keep it as such. Now, I can't tell my other brother in comedy how to conduct himself. Right. You know, I still got nothing but love for Cat. Cat be popping off. He stay Cat gonna be Cat. You gotta know Cat like the crazy nigga, crazy cousin at the barbecue. You know what I mean? That's just Willie.
Right.
You know Willie.
That's just Cat.
Then Cat being Cat, and you can't get mad at it because you know Cat's also a brilliant dude. You know,
man.
He had a bunch of specials. He's done some great business. He knows how to sell tickets. He knows how to do that.
With both the OG Wayans crew and their kids jumping into the mix, it looks like this family's legacy is just getting started. The Wayans legacy isn't just hanging around, it's leveling up. They've cracked open doors for black entertainers, pushed comedy's boundaries, and sealed their status as true TV and film legends. Get ready, world, because the next generation is here to keep the laughs rolling and the icon status going strong.